Rick, tell us about Puerto Rico, man. You went down to Puerto Rico and I saw there was a little bit of physicality. Was that Carlos Colon you were mixing it up with,
That
man?
was Carlos. 42 years. That was the 49th anniversary, but it's been 42 years since he and I had our first match there. And I tell you, I walked in. I walked, got off that plane, and it was like it used to be in the old days. I couldn't go anywhere after all these years. I couldn't go anywhere without a picture or Mr. Flair. How are you? Oh, thank you. Welcome back. Welcome. I mean, people don't forget. And
Right.
Carlos, he's a year older than I am, and he's had some health issues, and they wanted me to do something with him. And as I said earlier, I said, guys, I just can't get in the ring. I mean, in any way, shape, or form. But I'll be glad to do something outside because they wanted Carlos to have a presence and all that. And I couldn't have been more honored. He's a great guy. He's in the Hall of Fame. Uh, prior to the incident, which is still going to be thought of as one of the worst things in the history of our business. But it has nothing to do with Carlos. The incident with Frank.
Yeah.
Um, Puerto Rico was the place to go. I sat there to toast and I said, if you were a wrestler, an aspiring wrestler, and you wanted to be somewhere where you had to be personally invited to go, the five spots were Madison Square Garden, because Vince Sr. brought him in from everywhere in my time frame, St. Louis, Puerto Rico, Australia, with Jim Barnett. When Jim Barnett was running Australia, it was a phenomenal territory for the guys to work. And the fifth being Tokyo
Wow.
for either group. If you were invited,
Mhm.
not as a individual, that was the highlight of wrestling. St. Louis, the Garden, and Garden being WWF's main building, right?
Mhm.
St. Louis being NWA headquarters. Puerto Rico being this phenomenal island tour where we made lots of money and had more fun than God could imagine. And then I never got to work for Barnett in Australia, but of course I worked for him later on. And then to be invited by Baba or um, Inoki to
Yeah.
Japan. Those are the destinations you wanted to be if you were going to be a star in the business.
Hey, you posted something on social media I want to ask about. What's up with that giant painting of Ric Flair? Was that in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, it's a mural on a wall.
That's awesome, man. Where is
Yeah,
that?
it's in the on a building, and they took me by it on my way to the airport.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got asked. The show didn't get over to 1 o'clock in the morning,
Oh,
so we went out till 3 o'clock first night, and the second night I just got guys. I got to go 11 o'clock. My bedtime's 10.
right.
Yeah, and the 3 o'clocks are hard for me these days. Well, really not. I could probably adapt to it again, but I better not.
I agree. Let's not. I'm so glad that we have this in our rearview mirror. Boy, you want to talk about some stress and some pressure. Man, it was a crazy few days leading up to that big
Yeah,
show, was it
yeah,
not?
it's unbelievable. I've just got so much information. I've looked at it. I've looked at the comments, and I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about this because we didn't do a show last week. But so much more involved than people realize. But I'll just start out right now by saying I wish I hadn't said it was my last match. That's gonna get heat. Hell, they wanted me to wrestle in Puerto Rico Saturday night. I said, guys, I cannot get in the ring 1 week later. And the guy looked at me and said, well, what, you can retire in Puerto Rico, can't you? I said, no, 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 no. That's not the point.
I don't know if you saw, but boy, I just got blistered on Twitter last week when it was revealed that you were going to Puerto Rico, and it's like, guys, this wasn't a secret. This has been promoted all along. You're going to be
Th-
in
this is
Andrade's corner.
before we even came up with the last match.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
you were
So
always going to be in his corner, but people have now decided, oh, that means they're wrestling, and it's
no,
like,
no,
no,
no. They
not.
that was suggested when I got there for another show, but I said, guys, I got to take at least a month off, or they'll hang me in Conrad. No, and
Well, listen, let's talk about it.